Action picking up now in round 9, and these rounds are close. In this case, it is Alvarez who comes out. Good uppercut by Triple G. Fires back with a hook. Golovkin says, bring it. Let's go. Judges are concentrating through the entire round.
That was a huge right hand by Canelo Alvarez there.
Я помню этот удар, но просто пропустил удар.
Gennady Golovkin, a man who went to war with Canelo Alvarez for 36 grueling rounds, once summed up the Mexican superstar's punching power with just 3 words, and it wasn't the kind of praise you'd expect. After taking Canelo's best shots, Golovkin simply said they brought no result. That's right, one of boxing's toughest fighters brushed off Canelo's legendary power like it was nothing. Now as Canelo prepares for a massive showdown against Terence Crawford, Golovkin's chilling assessment could be a warning sign that the power advantage everyone keeps talking about might be the most overhyped weapon in boxing.
Ну, как бы, это не был такой, знаете, там, не знаю, как его назвать, там, тяжелым, или это как бы ощущение что-то типа пощечины, наверное. Ну, то есть не пощечины, то есть это вот слэп такой, знаете, это скользящее попадание. Но после этого удара, то есть ничего не произошло.
A lot of people compare Ennis with Crawford, but Ennis always says he's got a completely different style, and the only similarity is they both switch. Do you agree with that?
I 100% agree with that. Me personally, I think that Terence Crawford boxes a hell of a lot more in the moment, phenomenal fighter in the moment. And I think Ennis is a lot more of a chess player.
Bud and Canelo.
That's a tough fight. I saw Bud recently. He's big.
Bud bigger than you think. He's stronger than you think.
He's strong too. Yo, Bud's son is ridiculous. We had WrestleMania right up the street. He got a belt. He walked past me and he was looking at me the whole time. He looked at me and said, "You the wrestler. I knocked you out on UFC." I was like, boy, you crazy. But he crazy. Bud told me he had to whip him. Bud said he went to Sean, what's his name? Sean Crawford, Sean Taylor, Sean
Porter?
Sean Porter. Bud said Bud said the same, went to Sean Porter and said, "My dad knocked you out." Sean Porter had to call him and be like, "Man, your son's crazy." Bud said, "I had to spank him." He crazy. But yes, he's bigger. It's a big time fight. Canelo better have his game ready.
Yeah.
Because if not, he's gonna get beat by Bud.
Yeah. Bud, I mean, like I said, Bud fought at, last fought at, junior middleweight at 154, but Bud walks around at like 180.
He's big, man, and he's tall too.
Yeah.
He's very tall. He looked big. I saw him inside the Apex training.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
he looked big. Mm-hmm. You went and watch him train too?
No, we did a interview with him, and I say he's stronger than you think.
He's stronger than you could tell.
He's stronger than you think.
Canelo got his hands full.
He does.
Crawford is preparing to move up significantly in weight to challenge Canelo at super middleweight in what's being hyped as one of the biggest fights in recent years. But with Canelo's power being his most feared weapon, Golovkin's comments could provide a massive psychological edge to Crawford, who is known for his strategic, calculating mind. This isn't just a jump of one division for Crawford, he's leaping into an entirely new realm. It's a bold move, and many critics have raised concerns about whether he can carry his skills up to 168 pounds and still be effective.
And Canelo only need one punch. You know what I mean? That really, basically, that's what it boils down to. I think Canelo only need one shot to change the game or change the fight. Crawford gonna have to stay consistent and win out. Gonna have to get ahead and stay ahead. You know what I mean? And then also looming is the controversy. Can Crawford win a close decision? I could never win a close decision. I never won a close decision. That's what's looming. I think if Crawford is gonna guarantee victory, he gotta stop him.
A man who ain't been stopped.
He gotta stop him, bro.
It's challenge.
So that's gonna be the challenge. So I like Bud. I've always loved Bud, bro. But he in for a hell of a fight. If Saul show up, it's gonna be
Your opinion on Canelo Crawford. How do you think that fight plays out?
It's a difficult fight. Crawford, he has the skills to box and stay on the outside, but Canelo has the power, the size advantage, so it's a very difficult fight to call. I know Crawford will have to box the perfect fight for 12 rounds. Canelo can change the fight with one punch, so it's a very difficult fight. I've been saying that I favor Crawford. People don't like it, but it is what it is. I would favor Crawford in this fight.
And the warnings are coming from every corner of the sport. Former world champion Antonio Tarver gave a brutally honest outlook on the situation. He believes Canelo has the kind of one-punch power that can change the entire fight in a split second. For Crawford to win, Tarver says he'll have to be flawless, stay consistent, and rack up rounds. But he also brought up a familiar dark cloud that looms over every big fight in Las Vegas: controversial judging. In Tarver's eyes, Crawford cannot afford to leave the result in the hands of the judges. To truly guarantee a victory, he says, Crawford would need a stoppage against a man who has an iron chin and has never been stopped.
He sees it as a very interesting 50-50 fight. He feels like Canelo's very strong right now, and he wants to figure out to see how Crawford's going to handle the power, especially in the early rounds, and what's going to happen. So yeah, he said he remembers fighting Canelo back 14 years ago it is now, and he said he remembers he used his legs real good, and as long as Crawford uses his legs and he doesn't let Canelo just hit him in the arms and beat him up in the arms, he has a very good chance of fighting.
That's not easy for Crawford. I mean, it's Canelo has the big advantage, but Crawford needs to manage well his body, his speed, and his power, because he's moving up to another level of weight.
I asked this because you did it with Margarito. You went to 54, and people were like, "Oh my God, this guy's so big, Margarito!" But your speed made the difference in that fight. Well, what advice would you give a smaller guy like Crawford to fight someone like Canelo, who's a lot bigger and stronger?
You know, preparing like that opponents, like is not only the speed, but you know the techniques that you can use in the fight. Like make sure that in your daily routine, training routine, like that, make sure that all the techniques, strategy, combination, like you know, it's accurate to your opponent's style. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you have a exam, a math exam tomorrow, you have to review right now a math subject. You don't need to review English subject or a science subject. You have to review math subject, because tomorrow you're going to have a exam. You're going to exam a math subject. That's
a hard exam.
Despite the concerns, several big names in the boxing world have voiced their belief in Crawford's ability to adapt and even triumph. Jesse Bam Rodriguez, one of the sport's fastest rising stars, is backing Crawford to pull it off. While he acknowledges the threat of Canelo's size and power, he sees Crawford's ring IQ and legendary skill set as the ultimate difference makers. Eris Lindy Lara, who shared the ring with Canelo in a controversial fight of his own, believes Crawford's path to victory lies in movement, using his legs, keeping the distance, and never allowing the fight to turn into a brutal physical battle.
Crawford's skill level and preparation.
Have you been in there with Crawford? Yeah. So you've been in there with Crawford, you've been in there with Canelo. What can you take from sparring both of them to gauge what's gonna happen in September?
Preparation is gonna definitely be everything. Crawford adjusting to the 168 pound division. I know he's been sitting at a heavier weight for a while, but like, you know, he's been showing his training and stuff. So that's definitely gonna help him. Canelo experience, but then you got Crawford, got great experience as well. It's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a good chess match. I expect a great fight. If I had to favor somebody, I would just pick Canelo because just because of the weight disparity. Canelo is naturally like sits really well at 168, and it's just always tough for a guy to come to 168 and come from that many weight classes up and do something like that. If he does it, you know, if anybody could do it, it'll be Terence Crawford.
I think Terence Crawford is one of the most craftiest dudes that Canelo gonna be in the ring with. Hand speed, IQ, long arms, speed, power. You know, switch hitter. I just think that it's gonna be a lot for. It's gonna be something different for Canelo, but I think Canelo's Canelo. You know, Canelo been first title defense was in 2011 versus Ricky Hatton, and he's still on top to the present time. So this is over 10 years. We're going on like 15 years of this guy fighting on the championship level. So there's nothing new for him. So I do believe that it's gonna be a huge fight for both guys. But obviously, I'm backing Bud. You know, I have a personal relationship with Terence Crawford, and he's a black fighter, and I do want to see my own winning. I think, you know, Bud is a great guy. You know, especially always being hands-on with the young fighters coming up behind him, guys like me, Shakur, Devin Haney's, being in the gym with guys like us, and just giving us free game and like that. So I think that would be motivation for the young ones behind him, to show them like, yeah, like I could do it, like you could do it too. So I really want to see Bud win that fight, and I think that he can.
But then a legend stepped in to tip the scales. Manny Pacquiao, a man who knows more than anyone about moving up in weight to face bigger, stronger opponents, has put his support firmly behind Canelo. While he didn't give a deep analysis, the endorsement from a fighter of Pacquiao's stature strengthens Canelo's status as the favorite and serves as a stark reminder of the physical realities Crawford is about to face. Pacquiao knows that sometimes, no amount of skill can erase a natural size and power advantage. If you think Crawford's skills can overcome Canelo's power, hit that like button and subscribe for more unfiltered fight breakdowns.
Canelo and Crawford.
Crawford. No hesitation. No hesitation.
I want to see that fight.
Big Bud. Big Bud. We're going to have to roll Canelo up. We're going to have to pack him up, baby.
But how hard is the jump from 47 to 68?
I mean, listen, it's a very big challenge. But what I said, with his skills and the way he's adapted to the size, brother, when I seen him stand toe-to-toe and side by side, I said, game over. Terence Crawford. And listen, don't be surprised if he stops him. I'm telling you.
Who?
Don't be surprised
if Canelo stops Crawford.
Terence Bud Crawford stops Canelo.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I love you. Skills pay the bills.
See that, Cody?
Skills pay the bills.
The perspective, having fought Terence, him now fighting Canelo, moving up 2 more weight classes to fight a lot bigger guy.
Сейчас всем интересно вот это бой, потому что они занимают паунд-по-паунду. Кроуфорд, у Кроуфорда есть высокий IQ, и обоих стойках он может боксировать, он можно давить и бегать, и даже ближний бой тоже может. Поэтому мне тоже интересно, если он не набирает лишний вес, может тоже выиграть это. Есть шанс.
The debate becomes even more fascinating when you hear from those who have been in the gym with both men. Kyron Davis, who has sparred with both fighters, believes Crawford's mental toughness and ability to adapt will play a crucial role. However, he ultimately leans toward Canelo simply because of the weight disparity. He believes that while Crawford is a generational talent, the challenge of moving up that many weight classes against a natural 168 pounder is just too much to overcome. Richardson Hitchens echoed those thoughts, but he believes Crawford's unique, crafty style is enough to give Canelo serious problems, and he's backing his friend Bud to win.
Getting in the ring with Canelo Alvarez, Terence is not going to see anything that he hasn't seen before. No, he hasn't seen this beast on fight night, but he's seen versions of this beast for a very, very, very long time. People have said that he's a blown-up 147-pound fighter. If you remember, he said it was hard for him to make 147 when he fought Errol Spence Jr. I was like, yo, how is that possible? I didn't realize like he was really doing everything that's needed to gain the weight properly. Most fighters don't know how to gain weight and fit into a weight class properly. He's done that.
Meanwhile, Caleb Plant, another fighter who has faced Canelo,
and then Zab Judah took it a step further, making the boldest prediction of all. The former world champion believes Crawford can not only win, but that he can stop Canelo. It's a shocking take considering Canelo's legendary chin, but Judah sees something special in Crawford, a sharpness and a deep understanding of how to break an opponent down over time. He believes if the fight turns into a chess match, Crawford will eventually find the checkmate.
Terence is not a regular guy, you know what I'm saying? He's special. And, you know, Canelo, he's a top-notch fighter, world-class fighter, still on the pound-for-pound list, I'm sure towards somewhere near the top. And it's exciting. You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox, southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside, and he can fight going both ways. So he's It's exciting. It's exciting. It's a big question mark on the end of it, though. So that's why, I'm sure all of us are excited for that bell to ring and, be able to find out firsthand.
But just as the momentum seems to swing towards Crawford, another legend steps in to ground the conversation in harsh reality. Roy Jones Jr., one of the few fighters in history to successfully jump multiple weight classes, offered a masterclass in analysis. He acknowledged the old adage, a good big guy beats a good little guy, but he added a crucial caveat, a great small guy beats a good big guy. He believes Crawford isn't just a good small guy, he's a great one. For Jones, it's not just about the physical matchup, it's about the mind games and adaptability that happen in the heat of battle.
A good big guy does beat a good bad guy, but a great little guy, does beat a great small guy, but a great small guy beats a good big guy. We might be talking about a great small guy here. We'll find out after this fight, but we might be talking about, which I think we already are, but I think we're not talking about a good small guy. I think we're talking about a great small guy. Understand me? So this great small guy, like you saw with me, a great small guy can do anything.
All of this sets
the stage for what could be one of the most intriguing fights in recent memory. Canelo comes in with the reputation, the power, and the experience at super middleweight. Crawford brings speed, sharp thinking, and a legacy-defining opportunity. The concerns about size are real, but then you have Golovkin's words looming in the background, a chilling reminder from someone who lived through Canelo's best punches and walked away unimpressed. Whether those words hold true for Crawford remains to be seen, but if GGG's experience is any indication, then maybe, just maybe, power alone won't be enough for Canelo this time.